All right, I'm sitting here with Rome. This is a little different, guys. I'm here in Camden, New Jersey. I met a girl named Kat last week, and she was nice enough to introduce me to her friends. This is one of them. You guys are in an encampment back here in Camden. Can you just tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, at one point I had everything. I owned my house, a wife, kid, cars, all that. Never did drugs. I actually hated drug addicts.
Yeah.
My little brother was a drug addict. My older brother was a drug addict for everything. And me and my ex-wife were together for 13 going on 14 years. We had our own house, all that shit. Everything was fine the night before. The next morning, everything seemed fine. My clothes were out, ready for me to go to work. I went to work. All day till lunchtime, she was texting me. After lunch, nothing. As I got home, I kept getting a more empty and empty feeling. When I got home, there was nothing in my house but
so
my bed. She just packed up and left. It's a different feeling when your kid doesn't run to your legs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you have a kid at a young age, and you do everything you can to make sure the mother of your son and your son has everything they need, and then you have nothing.
Absolutely.
So that led to like kind of mental breakdown.
Yeah. I mean, I can only imagine losing family just like that.
Yeah.
It'd be tough.
And my son was my world.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're from Jersey originally?
Yes.
You are? And what's your drug of choice now?
Coke.
Coke.
Okay.
No opiates?
I used heroin before.
Yeah, okay. Now, the reason I'm asking is a lot of the cocaine in Philly is getting cut with Fetty now.
Out here too.
It's happening out here? Wow,
yep.
So that's something you got to be...
So when I wake up in the morning, I start to get the withdrawals a little bit. I try to stray away from it.
Yeah.
If I can't get a sub, I have no choice.
Okay.
But to get whatever...
Wow.
What they call dope.
So you have to take the Suboxone just because of how much Fetty they're cutting in with
Yes.
Wow.
It's it. In the morning, my hairs are standing up. I puke, and it's not from doing dope. And so I got locked up.
Yeah.
For reasons.
Sure.
And when I came out, I said I'm done with dope. I was planning to stay clean, but when you get clean and you have nowhere to go but here, how can you stay clean?
Yeah.
It's hard when everybody around you's getting high, when you got no place, you're constantly being rained on, people stealing your shit. There's nothing else to do.
Sure. No, I get it.
So I start getting high, and the coke and everything that they got now, they cut it with the fentanyl and everything. So because there's a lot of coke addicts that come out here once a month.
Yeah.
But they don't want that. They want them to come more and more. So they make more and more money. Really what they're doing is killing off their clientele, the ones that don't do heroin and shit. But
it just seems like there's more that come every day. I don't even think the dealers care.
It just keeps getting...
Yeah.
Right. Because once one's gone, there's two more to replace it.
Two more coming right back behind it.
And then you got the young generation growing up. If they end up in the bullshit, then... like me. I'm an addict. Because of certain things my son knows. I pray to God he don't ever end up like this. But because now he knows about drugs, that could be a thought. You know what I mean? And that's going to be the...
It tends to either go two ways with kids. They either grow up and they hate drugs because they seen what a piece of shit their parents were, like my son did, or they go the other way and then they get high too.
That is exactly how I was so successful.
Yeah.
Because I watched my little brother. My older brother was the best role model a brother could have. Unfortunately for him, but fortunately for me. And I hate to say it that way, but because of the life he lived, I knew what not to do.
Sure.
That's why I was able to get my own house with my wife, buy our cars, have quads, have whatever I wanted when I wanted it. If I seen a car I wanted, I stopped, bought it. Didn't, no question asked.
Yeah.
He never had that because growing up, he linked up with the wrong people. He was in one class all day. He was in the bad class all day.
Yeah.
His whole, through middle school and high school.
Sure.
He locked up, juvie, rehabs, court-ordered rehabs, and till this day, he was just out here recently. He just got locked up a month ago for sheriff warrants.
Oh, wow.
And he's been in there a month and a half now.
Okay.
So he showed me what not to do.
Right.
But I guess somewhere in my mentality, that's what I worry about with my son. Somewhere in my mentality, growing up around drugs and shit, when everything failed, that clicked in my head for some reason.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Yeah, it's a coping mechanism a lot of people tend to use. That's what I used for so damn long.
And I don't use that as an excuse to why I get high.
Yeah.
I chose to go to a different outlet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Evidently, everything I was doing was wrong. So I just it was a coping, but it wasn't. That's not my excuse on why I'm still getting high.
Sure.
That was my excuse why I started.
Yeah.
But I've gotten clean 3 times between jail and rehab once. So if I wanted to be clean, I would have gotten clean. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's no excuse for me to be here
Anybody
now.
that wants to get clean can get clean.
Right.
You just got to want to do it.
Exactly.
That's it. It took me, 18 years and probably 90 trips to rehab before I finally stopped bullshitting and was like, all right.
Now,
so I get it.
The shit they're putting in the drugs now.
Yeah.
I got lesions and shit popping up.
I want to cut close because you're even getting them over here.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's from the trank.
Yep, I got a.
So they're even cutting the
I got these on my legs.
Wow. They're all over. Those, everyone in Kensington has them. So that means that they're even putting the xylosine in the coke out here now too.
Yes.
Even in the cocaine. Wow.
I'm so ready to get clean. It's ungodly. I just got food stamps and all that stuff. Until I get, I'm gonna keep it 100. There's no reason for me to get clean.
Yeah.
Until I have a place to go to when I'm out of rehab. Because if I come back out here, I'm just gonna keep getting high.
Now, what about like a recovery house, something like that? Is that something you might be interested in, like after rehab? The only reason I say it, that's the only thing that worked for me. I had to leave Philadelphia as a whole.
Not everything's for everybody.
Absolutely. 100%.
So, like going to NA and AA, and
I don't do that.
I don't like people talking about their drug days. 100%. Because all it does is, why do I want to reminisce about the shit? I want to move on from it.
No, I'm the same way. I couldn't do AA or NA.
Right.
It's like, whenever I was forced to go there, I just meet other people. I went and got high with them. And that's So I get what you're saying. I used the recovery house just as for a place to live. I just stayed to myself when I went to it. And just to get off the street.
Some of the recovery houses, like the rules, I don't know. There's a certain way I like to live when I'm not getting high. I like my freedoms, and I get that I'm an ex-drug addict and I'm living in your home at cheap rates to get back on my feet and all that. But I'm an adult. Yeah. I'm here because I want to be here. Can you not treat me like a child?
I get it.
That makes me not want to be there.
Yeah, no, I get it. A lot of those places do have like petty rules and
then they get crazy for nothing.
You mess up one time and you're out of the house and you got to start all over again. No, I get it. Trust me.
The one house I went to, I was on subs at first.
Yeah.
They had to hold your medicine.
Okay.
Now, when you're sick, you're sick.
Yeah.
You're not taking. I didn't take them to get high. I took them because I was sick. Yeah. My hair standing up and everything else. But they refused to give me my medicine.
Wow. Yeah.
Because it was a half hour before the time. First off, I got to go to work. Right. I'm not going to work and not have my medicine. I need you to give. You can feed it to me, but I need to go to work and I need my medicine. They would not do it, so I left.
Yeah. Man. How hard or easy is it to get into treatment here in Jersey? If you want it.
Like it's 50-50. Okay, so in order to get into a rehab, you have to get high.
Yeah, you have to have a dirty drug test.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I don't understand that. The first time I went to rehab, I stayed in a hotel. I locked myself in a hotel room for a day and a half, and then called the rehab.
Yeah.
But because I haven't gotten high in those 2 days, they wouldn't accept me.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's crazy how that works. Yeah,
I have to shoot up to get in there? I don't understand that. But then there's people that say that as soon as you call, you get right in. Yeah. I've never had that. Every time I call, it's they don't got a bed or they need some other type of information. Or if some of them don't even take you if you don't got ID.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know it's different. I don't know the Jersey system well. I know like the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania system. That's the only reason I ask. It could, like over there, all you got to do is ask and they'll have a bed for you like that night. You just gotta want it. You just gotta know who to ask and go. And would you ever like consider a shelter, or is better for you out here? So does you feel like more comfortable living on an outside system like something like this?
I would rather be in a shelter,
Uh,
but I don't. Like I said, the whole 9 o'clock lights off thing and all that stuff.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I get it.
That. So being here, it sucks. But at least the shelter, they let us shower every day between 8 and 12.
Oh, you can go right over there. Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, nobody does. I don't know why.
Right,
But
right,
between
right,
8 and
right.
12, you can get showers, and they wash your clothes.
Oh,
The only thing that sucks about being out here is you got to protect your shit. People steal it, all this other shit. You don't got electric to charge your phones, none of that shit. But I prefer being here than in one of the,
Sure.
I guess, state-owned shelters or whatever you
Yeah,
call
no,
it.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Because, like I said, the whole rule scenario, the being at bedtime at 9 o'clock and all. A lot of I do construction. I grew up doing construction. I'd rather be a mechanic. That's what I love doing, is working on cars. I just got a job at the mechanic shop up the street.
Oh, nice.
Walking back here today. But sometimes my job entails me being out late.
Yeah.
If you don't go Joseph's house per se,
Yeah. You have to be in by that certain
you
time.
can stay out one night.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Or you can be late one night. But if you're late 2 nights in a row or out 2 nights in a row, they throw your shit out and you're done.
Yeah.
Even if you call, that makes no sense. And not only that, if they feel you make too much money at a certain, like when I was working mechanic before, they wouldn't let me in there because I made too much money.
They say you could afford your own housing or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But I couldn't.
I feel you. Yeah. It's tough, man. It's hard. I work my butt off. It's hard for me to afford housing. You know what I mean? And it's a full-time job doing running.
Yeah, I mean, I miss the sober life, the life that I had. You know what I mean? It's the little things, being able to go to the bathroom without everybody staring at you, or flies landing on you, or some in the middle of a downpour. You know what I mean?
Get out
Shit
of
like
bed,
that.
just a glass of ice water.
Yep, being able to sitting down and watching TV.
Yeah.
Just to be able to hit a power button on a TV station. You know what I mean?
I like to say sometimes, like in sobriety, you can be very boring, but like sometimes boring is okay.
that.
Yeah, it's okay. You know what I mean? You know, it's.
I now know I'm more humble when it comes to drug addicts, because I now know what being a drug addict entails.
Yeah.
I used to.
Because you said you were late to it anyway with the drugs.
I just started this. This is new to me. I used to degrade drug
So your
addicts.
whole outlook on addicts
has changed 100%. My little brother, right before that all happened with my ex, my little brother passed away. He came out of jail the night of the Mayweather and McGregor fight.
Okay.
We were all supposed to go watch it. The whole bunch of shit was going on. He, I guess, was calling my younger brother. They got in an argument because of my younger brother's wife or something. He couldn't something. So that night passed, and nobody heard from him.
Yeah.
7 o'clock that next morning, I get a call from my cousin saying that they found his body in a bando out here in Camden on Lime Street.
Damn.
But they declared it a homicide because they could see where his feet drug on through the dust, and his pockets were turned inside out. He just got his paycheck, so I know who he came out with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Not for nothing, he's going to get his when time comes. But he convinced my little brother to come out here.
Yeah.
You couldn't rob him, but call an ambulance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hit him with Narcan, call an ambulance, and go.
Yeah, and just go.
Take whatever he's got and go.
Hit him with Narcan and leave. Yeah.
You didn't have to leave him there.
Yeah.
He was young, 19 years old.
You stoop like I don't know. I have it in my. I always carry Narcan on me. And just Narcan.
I got Narcan everywhere around here.
Well, listen, I really appreciate you doing this interview.
Yep.
And you said we could do follow-ups in the future and all that. And I appreciate you letting me see around here. It's it seems like it's the hardest time in the world to be a drug addict, active drug addict right now. The
way Camden's just running all they don't want you standing nowhere. You can't, when it's downpouring, you can't stand under an awning. They
So that's why. Okay, so you were saying that used to be Tent City when we first
right out
walked
there.
in, right
Yes.
out there. And when did they break that up? Like after COVID?
Right before COVID, I think.
Okay.
They just ran everything over, crushed everything, threw everybody's shit out, everything else.
Because that tent city was there for a while,
Yes.
right? That was like,
That was where everybody congregated.
yeah.
Now, granted, the ODs and everything was great. People coming up the highway and ODing there. I get that. But where else do you want us to go?
Yeah.
You don't want us in bandos because of the hazard stuff.
Yeah. So it must have been when fentanyl was just hit and everyone was dying. They probably was just like, all right.
That's what I unfortunately started all this when fentanyl started.
Okay. Yeah.
What I thought was dope was fentanyl.
You like really started to be a drug addict. I'm not laughing at you.
Right.
But you started the wrong fucking time, man.
I didn't do the good shit. I'm doing the trash shit.
Yeah, man. You missed out on all the good shit.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, all right, Rome. I appreciate you doing this, man.
No problem, bud.
All right.